Hello everybody, welcome back to another Ask Zaxtor video, or Ask Zax video. This is number 4, and I did one about a week ago, and the other 2 were done like years ago. This was an idea that I had years ago to try to help out viewers and people that, might look at me as, somebody older and wiser, especially if you're younger and you're having relationship problems or any really kind of personal problem that you feel like you need advice for. And you just were kind of reaching out and wanting to see what I say, wanting to see what my opinion on your personal situation is. So I just got another email here a couple of days ago, and I want to go ahead and say to the young gentleman who wrote me this email, I do apologize for not responding to this earlier, but I just checked my email this morning, saw this email that you had written to me on Friday. So I am going to go ahead and jump on this and get this video out. And if you guys are out there watching this video and you guys are having a relationship issue or some kind of a personal problem or, just a question where you think you should go, what path should you take? And you want to shoot me an email like this, feel free. The link is down in the description. You can, just make an email to AskZaxtor@yahoo.com. Send me an email, kind of let me know what's going on. I will not share any kind of personal information about where you live, your name, any kind of thing you might put in the email. I would blank out like I did for this gentleman here so that we don't see his profile picture. But, I will block everything out so nobody else knows who you are or what's going on or where you live or anything like that. So you can feel safe sending me an email. I'll just give you my opinion, and it may be a featured email in one of my future Ask Zax videos. Again, that's AskZaxtor@yahoo.com. That's where you want to direct those emails. So this gentleman a couple of days ago writes me, "Hello, Zaxtor. I'm a 24-year-old male who has been dating my girlfriend, age 22, for 2 years now, almost 2 years. That's a long time. It's a long time to be dating when you're that age. Since the beginning of this year, I just feel like I've been slowly losing her, and I feel like she's been drifting away from me. Not a good feeling. I've been there, done that. I know how hard that is. We used to spend lots of time together doing everything from watching people at our local mall holding hands to watching all kinds of movies together." Oh, that's nice. It kind of makes it sound like you're watching like romance and she's watching action to kind of fit in with what you like, and you guys are kind of sharing that moment, learning what each other likes. That's a good learning experience. It's also a good cuddling experience, watching movies together, for sure. We even spent a whole weekend camping out in a tent in my backyard just to get that experience. That's a big move, and I would say your girlfriend had a lot of trust and affection for you to be camping out with you in the backyard in a tent. I don't think that's a thing that a lot of women would want to do unless they really had strong feelings for you. So good job. But the past few months, she has just seemed more distant and has made a lot of excuses to not come over and not responded sometimes to my text until the next day. Ouch, that can hurt. She was never like this until this year, and it has slowly been breaking my heart from the inside out. Well, to this gentleman, I can definitely understand how you feel there. Sometimes, you're in a relationship and it does feel like the other person pulls away for whatever reason. And when they're not kind of giving you any kind of clue as to what's going on or why they're having issues or why they're spending more time away from the relationship and not texting you, not spending time with you, it can make you feel really, really empty inside. It can be confusing, and I can certainly understand why that would hurt. Now, a few days ago, she finally called me and told me that she thinks that it would be healthy for us to see other people. This is not good. And she says because I am her first serious relationship and she is my longest relationship too. She told me that she loves me and she wants to make sure that I'm the one, and that if we're meant to be together, or if we're meant to be, we will be together. Wow, that had to hurt. I didn't know how to respond to this, and I started crying on the phone. Oh man. I didn't want her to hear me, so I muted the phone. I tried to answer, but I couldn't stop crying, so I just hung up. She didn't call me back, and she just texted me to give her some time and to please see someone else to also make sure she was the one for me as well. Since this call, I've been a total mess. I've cried my eyes out into my pillow several times a day, and every time my phone vibrates, I rush to see if it's her, but it never is. Man, I know how hard this is for you. I can feel your pain. I can totally understand how when you have a person, and this could be applied to women as well. When you have somebody that's kind of that center of everything you do, and when they're that person that you wake up and think about, your first thought of the day is, hey, you're thinking of them, and they're the last thought you have before you go to sleep at night. It can be really, really hard when they suddenly tell you, they think that you should see other people, but messaging you feel like that you're becoming more distant. That is an extremely hard position to be in. I've been there myself, and I know how extremely heart-wrenching that is, especially when it feels like they're not giving you maybe the truth. But she kind of is telling you here a lot of truths that maybe you're not quite grasping. So let's go ahead and continue this. So he's extremely heartbroken, and he always rushes to the phone every time his phone vibrates or rings or dings or whatever, and it's never her. He doesn't say how long this has been going on or how long it's been since this has happened, but I'm going to assume it's been a few days at this point. Now he says, I don't want to see anyone else. I love her, and I just want her back. I just want to hear her laughing again at the mall with me, and to feel her close to me again. You want to feel her in your arms again, of course. Please give me your advice. Well, first of all, to the gentleman who wrote me this email, I want to go ahead and thank you for reaching out to me and respecting me enough to ask for my advice on what you think you should do with this young lady that means so much to you. So I'm going to do the best I can to not only give you advice, but to tell you maybe the truth that you don't want to hear. So the first thing here that you mentioned, that you're feeling like she's becoming more distant, and she's not texting you as much. Sometimes maybe at night she's not texting you until the next day. That is a really big sign that either she's growing distant away from you, she's not finding you for whatever reason, she's not finding you as attractive as she once did. And that can also mean that she's found somebody else already that she finds more appealing. And she's giving them her time, she's giving them her text, and she's kind of blowing you off until the next day. That right there is already not a good sign. And when you're feeling like they're becoming more distant, chances are very good they are. And like I said, somebody can become more distant for a lot of different reasons. In a long distance relationship, it can be really hard to, make somebody feel close to you when, it's a long distance relationship, for example. But in this situation, it sounds like you guys were spending a lot of time watching movies and cuddling and even going out in the tent. So you had that, that physical contact. And now she's not coming over as much. She's not replying to messages. And that's a really big sign to me, what you said, that you haven't said anything about arguing or fighting or anything like that. So I'm just going to assume that she's lost some kind of physical attraction. And it doesn't even have to be physical attraction. She's lost some kind of an emotional attraction, physical attraction, or maybe she's found some kind of a emotional connection or physical connection or both with somebody else. And pretty much the next paragraph here confirms that. So a few days ago, so you did say how long it's been. A few days ago, she finally called me and told me she thinks that it would be healthy for us to see each other, or to not see each other, to see other people, because you're her first serious relationship. So she does have a point in the fact that if you are her first serious relationship and she's only 22, she probably does need to go out and make sure that you are the one for her. Now, you've been going out with her for 2 years. That's a long time, especially for a woman's first serious relationship. And I'm going to assume, and it sounds like from what you said, you guys have a lot of great moments, a lot of great memories together already. And she's found somebody, and I know you may not want to hear this, but it really sounds to me like she's found somebody who's caught her eye. And for whatever reason right now, they are looking more attractive to her than maybe you are, or sometimes when you're dating as well, the thrill, because when you first meet somebody, there's a lot more curiosity there. It's more exciting to get to know somebody new. There's somebody different. Um, and it's kind of sad to me that she's decided to move on in this manner and ask you to. I mean, she actually asked you to actually see somebody else yourself. So she's basically telling you what to do, even though you mentioned you don't want to see anybody else. You just want her. And she's kind of telling you like, look, I think we should see other people. I think I need you to give me time, which is what she said. And she also tells you that she thinks you need to go out and see somebody else to make sure she's the one. I don't really like that. I mean, she's young, but she shouldn't be deciding, who you have in your heart and what's the best thing for you. Sounds like you already know in your heart that you think she's the one for you, and she makes you happy, and you just want her. So your mind's in your heart is, committed to her and focused on her. Meanwhile, he's looking elsewhere. So now you ask for my advice. Tell me that you don't want anybody else, you just want her back. So my advice to you, sir, is to hang on to her, but do it in a different way than what you might think. So I honestly think that, you're talking about mentioning movies. I think that in these movies and in songs and everything like that, especially movies and TV shows, we always see these relationships break up, and we always see the person or the guy that got broken up with or whatever. We always see him say the right perfect words, and they have that eye contact, and the music starts, and they kiss and they walk off happily into the sunset together. It seems like it's always a happy ending, but in reality, my advice for you, and I hope that you really haven't been texting her and bugging the living hell out of her since she told you this. I think what you need to do is give her space. You need to leave her alone and respect her choice. As much as I know this kills you. I know that you're hurting. I understand that, it's hard to sleep. I understand that you want to cry your eyes out. The best thing for you to do, sir, is to move on. To move on. And, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be sad or you shouldn't, feel grief and heartache. There's certainly all, what you would expect in your shoes, especially when you really have strong feelings or love somebody. You are going to be torn in that situation when somebody moves on from you or wants to see other people. So I think your best chances of getting your girlfriend back and getting her back into your arms, like you say, is to leave her alone. Don't text her. Don't call her. Don't blow up her phone. If you're following her on social media, just stop. I want you to, for your own sake, I want you to assume that she is spending time with another guy. And this is good. This is really good, especially since she mentions this is her first serious relationship. Okay? She's been with you for 2 years. Right? I can tell you right now, she is not going to go 2 years dating this other guy while you're heartbroken and never think about you. It may take a week, it may take a couple weeks, it may take a month, but this young lady is going to remember you, and she is going to be comparing not just the looks of this guy as time goes on. She's going to start comparing emotional feelings that she had with you and emotional feelings she has with this new guy. And since she has such a long history with you, the chances are in your favor, I would think, that she's going to feel really, really strong. She's going to start missing the really, really strong connections and watching people at the mall and holding hands and watching movies. She's going to really start to miss all those good times that she had with you, long conversations, whatever it has. And she's going to compare that to whatever she's getting with this new guy. And if you guys really have that strong of a connection, I think the chances are really good in your favor that she's going to start missing you like you're already missing her if you just give her time. The worst thing you can do right now is continue to blow up her phone, blow up her messenger all the time, or to follow her, or to give her any kind of an excuse. Or she might think, oh my God, this guy's stalking me. So don't drive by her house. Don't go to her work. Don't drive by her work. Do not let her see you in any way, shape, or form. No text messages, no calls, no driving by, no watching her, no watching her social media, no hanging out on her Facebook, nothing like that. So give her space and make her miss you. Trust in your relationship with her. Trust that it is going to be something that she will also miss like you are now. If you just give her time, give her space, and let what's going to happen happen. So, yes, she could fall helplessly in love with this other guy. You know, the guy that she wants to see, where she's saying, hey, I think we should see other people. But if I had to bet money, I would bet money that if you just give her space and leave her alone, she's going to miss you, and she's going to come back, and she's going to tell you, hey, I miss you. I miss you, want to hang out at the mall. She's going to do something to try to get some of that back, whether it's telling you she misses you, whether she says, hey, can we hang out at the mall? Hey, can you come over? Hey, can I come over and can we watch a movie together? She's going to want some of that back. And the person she's going to go to get that back is not going to be the new guy. I would say it's probably going to be you. So just be cool, leave her alone, give her space. Even I know you're thinking all these things in your head about what you could say to her, and if you just tell her you love her, that she'll come running back to your arms. But no, that's the worst thing you can do. Right now, with her telling you that she thinks that it would be healthy for you to see other people, she's telling you she's ready to move on. And she wants you to move on. So she's wanting space. So give her the space she's asking for. Respect her enough to give her what she wants. And when you do that, it's going to make her miss you more. It's going to make her, it's going to make her want you more. I think that's your best chances anyway, is to give her the space she wants, respect her enough to give her what she wants without pleading and crying and acting pathetic, basically. And even if you already have acted pathetic and you've already cried and whatever, and you put your feelings out there and your heart out there and you made a fool of yourself, you can start now by just giving her that space that she's asked for. And the reason I say this is a good thing, because if she does go out there and she goes on 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 dates with this other guy that she's wanting to see, and she starts missing you, and she realizes that her heart is with you, and she finds herself thinking about you while she's on these other dates or with this other date with this other guy, then that's going to be what she needs to clarify that she wants to spend her time with you. And yes, there's a chance that you could lose her to this. But if she doesn't start missing you, and if she hasn't reached back out to you, I would say within a couple of months, then you're going to be better off without her anyway. There's somebody else for you, not her. Because in the end, sir, I can tell you that in the end, you want somebody that's going to choose you. You want somebody that even if they go out and date somebody else, going to choose you in the end. Because if you guys continue to date and you guys, move in together or get married in the future, you want to know that that woman can avoid temptation, can look at other men that are very attractive or, more wealthy or whatever. You want to be sure that she's not going to stray anytime there's any kind of temptation. Let her go out, let her play the field, let her make her choice, and when she comes back choosing you, you'll know, just like she told you, that she wants to know you're the one. Now, you don't have to listen to her about going out and seeing other people. If you want to wait for her, that's fine, but do not wait more than a couple of months, the most. And while you're waiting for her, do not sit around waiting for her to text you and hoping she's going to call you all day and spend hours a day focusing on her. Use this time while she's doing this, as hard as it is, use this time to do what you need to do. Whether it be, running and jogging or working out in the gym or, focusing on your schoolwork or a project that you have. Whatever it is, there's things that all of us can do. Maybe what you really need to focus on right now is working on maybe you're trying to learn a new language, or maybe you've always wanted to learn how to play music on the piano or play a guitar. Use this time while you're waiting for her, instead of focusing on her every single day and crying and moping and being miserable. Get out there and do something that you want to do. Go hang out with friends. Get out of the house. Socialize with other people. Don't be afraid to say hi to another girl. Say hi to another woman. And, in the end, things will work out the way they're meant to work out. Whether or not she comes back, whether you guys work out, I have no idea. I do want to go ahead and wish you the best of luck with this girl. And I hope that if it's meant to be, that you guys are together and that you guys will be happy together. I do wish you all the best of luck. And I do think that if that is what's meant to be, that she will be back. But give her space, respect her enough. You already made it obvious that you love her. So now give her the respect that she deserves. Let her go out, find out that you are the one she wants. Not. Like I said, if she finds out that she likes somebody else more, she moves into another serious relationship and she makes you a memory, and your relationship is done, then in the long run, you're not going to want a woman that's not going to choose you. End. Right? That's my advice to you, sir. I hope that anybody watching this video can agree with me. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys agree with my advice to this gentleman. And also to the gentleman who wrote me this email. Whatever happens with this relationship, whether it's a week from now or 2 months from now or a year from now, you guys wind up back together, you guys are happy, or maybe you find out that you both move on different directions or whatever, please write me back. Let me know what happened with you and young 22-year-old gal. 2 years is a long time to invest, but a lot of times, if it doesn't work out, a lot of times these relationships like this can make us stronger. We learn something about ourselves. We have memories that we can take into our next relationship. We can learn how to be a better person to the next person we meet, the next person we're in a relationship with. We can be a better form of ourselves every time we grow like this. So you can grow from this, even if you guys don't ever work out. You can take your experience with her and grow as a person, and take that to your next relationship, and hopefully be even happier. So there it is, guys. That is my response to this Ask Zaxtor email. And if you guys want to know my advice, if you guys want the brutal truth of what I think you should do, be sure you reach out to me at AskZaxtor@yahoo.com. If I see your email, I'll definitely make a video on it and feature it right here on my channel. So be sure you comment down below. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you guys have, something else that maybe I left out. If you guys think I was completely wrong and he should do something else, let me know down in the comments below. But again, my advice for him is to respect her, give her space, leave her alone, and see if she really loves you by coming back to you. If she comes back to you, then you'll know that, hey, your relationship's going to be a lot more solid if she does come back to you and give her space. So there you go, guys. Thanks so much for watching. This has been Zaxtor9. Take care, everybody, and have a great week. Also, it's Mother's Day. Today is Mother's Day, so be sure you reach out if you're watching this today on Mother's Day, on Sunday Mother's Day, the day this video is going to be uploaded. Be sure you reach out and call your mother and tell your mother Happy Mother's Day and that you love them, guys. Mothers are important, so be sure you tell your mom today that you love them. Take care, everybody. Have a great week. Be safe.